Hey guys, welcome. We are coming to you from the Haunted Mansion, and we are at the Haunted Mansion queue. I'm going to walk you guys through a little bit, and I'm going to show you the queue, and I'm going to tell you the story behind some of the tombstones, the famous tombstones. These are some newer ones that are in here since they redid the queue just a few years ago. So let's kind of come with me, and we're going to follow these guests here into the queue. Oh, here's one of them. Dear departed Grandpa Mark. So Grandpa Mark was Mark Davis. Mark Davis was a show writer with WDI. And Mark actually came up with a lot of the great conceptual art that was at the Haunted Mansion. He also did a lot of the design work for Pirates of the Caribbean. Mark Davis was also one of the famous 9 Old Men from Disney. So the 9 Old Men were Walt's original 9 animators that he pulled together to create his classic films. And Mark was really well known for doing female characters. He animated Tinkerbell, and Mark Davis also animated Cruella de Vil. A lot of the classic female characters y'all see. Francis Xavier. Francis Xavier was Existentio was his name. So he, like me, was a show writer with WDI. X was really a character. No time off for good behavior, right? So Francis Existentio came up with a lot of the illusions that you see in the Haunted Mansion. He came up, didn't invent Pepper's Ghost, but thought to use Pepper's Ghost in a lot of the really interesting illusions that you see. This is one of the newer tombs and crypts that are in the queue now. Let's see, we have quite a line. We're for Mr. Toad. I will show you the tombstone for Mr. Toad a little bit. That is at the exit when you come out of the attraction. There is actually up by the exit. So Mr. Toad is in with the pet cemetery over there. So Ravenscroft. Okay, so that refers to Thurl Ravenscroft. Thurl Ravenscroft, you guys might know him as the voice of Tony the Tiger. Thurl Ravenscroft is also one of the singing heads that is inside the Magic Kingdom when you go by. Over here, some more tombstones. Let's see, we have Uncle Mild. Again, these are all Imagineers that worked on the original attraction. Brother Dave, good friend Gordon Hewitt. Gordon Hewitt was an art director. Dave also did, I believe Mile, if I remember, did a lot of art design for the attraction. Master Gracie, now this is a big one here. Master Gracie was Yale Gracie. Yale Gracie designed, again, a lot of the illusions that you see, and he was a classic Imagineer. No flower today, no. Someone may have taken it. Interesting story behind the captain. So the original concept, saludos. The original concept for the Haunted Mansion, a lot of the storyline centered around a captain who was lost at sea and his bride was lost at sea. And a lot of the elements of the captain, there is, I will show you the hidden Mickey on the captain's tomb. So, if I can find it, but there it is. I'll show you the hidden Mickey in just a little bit. So the original storyline called for the captain to have a very important part of the storyline in the Haunted Mansion. And most of that was taken out, and it's not really obvious to guests today. If you go inside the attraction itself, you can still find the captain's portrait. Yeah, I love watching it splash people too. I love the detail to the gargoyles and everything here. And you were asking about the hidden Mickey. So I will show you the hidden Mickey. If we scroll down a little bit, you see these barnacles. And there you go. There's your hidden Mickey, the hidden Mickey barnacles on the captain's tomb. Let's see. This is, say, wave to Herb. Herb is Herb Leibacher. If you guys ever watched The World of Walt, Bless you, Captain. As a captain's temperature here is hot. I don't know, probably in the 80s. The bride was married for the fisherman. That's correct. And I'm kind of going quick here, so, you know, now I know how Leonard Nimoy felt as Spock when people knew more about Star Trek than he did. I kind of feel that way sometimes. And I'm trying not to get my facts mixed up for you guys. Again, more tombstones here. And this is the backside. There we go. The Imagineering host. I am Brian from WD With Me. If you check out my website, wdwithme.com. I am a former Imagineer. Let's see. I can see if I can maybe... there you go, guys. Hey, that's me. So I am a former Walt Disney Imagineer. I was a show writer for Disney, a lot of the bad jokes for the Jungle Cruise and that kind of stuff. And I think that, oh wait, hang on, there's some more tombstones up here, so let's head up here real quick. I want to show you some of these last tombstones. Hey guys, that is in Florida. This is Walt Disney World. So Walthall Bender is known as the father of audio animatronics. So that is Claude Coates. Claude Coates. I'm trying to remember. It's so hard for me to remember all these names when I'm trying to do this on the fly because I get nervous. Even the former Imagineer gets nervous about this stuff. Leota is the newest tombstone. Her tombstone was written by a former show writer. So a guy by the name of Jason Sorrell. If you guys want to get some great information about the Haunted Mansion, there's a guy called Jason Sorrell that wrote a book called The Haunted Mansion from the, what's it called, from the, how many years was I at WDI? I was at probably about 4 or 5 years I was with WDI. Jason's a great guy. He wrote a wonderful book about the Haunted Mansion that you can grab. He also wrote a wonderful book about Pirates of the Caribbean, too. But Jason got to write the epitaph on the tombstone for Madame Leota. So Madame Leota is actually Leota Toombs. Leota Toombs was actually a costume designer for Imagineering. And they actually asked Leota Toombs, and that's a real name, Toombs, right? Isn't that perfect for being in the Haunted Mansion? So they asked her to do a test for the head in the crystal ball inside the seance room. She did that, and they loved her so much that they decided to keep her. Let's see if Leota's eyes are moving. This tombstone actually is animated. Let's see if I can, there she is. And we'll see if we can wake her up and get her to move, because every once in a while it's kind of freaky. She'll open up her eyes and she'll look around at you, which is really cool. Come on, Madame Leota. Anyway, so that's the story behind Leota Toombs. She also did the Small Bride. As you're exiting the attraction, there's the little mini bride, and she did that. Yes, a lot of these people still are alive. A lot of them are older. Mark Davis sadly passed away several years ago. We're going back many, many years. Non-canon, giving names even to Leota too. Yeah. There she is. See her eyes opening and closing. Oh. She is in the face of the ball. All right, guys. So that kind of wraps up. Good morning. Hey, resorters. How are you guys doing? Good to see you. All right, guys. So that wraps up my tour of the queue of the Haunted Mansion. I'm actually going to go inside and visit some of my friends in there who are kind of hanging around. Not the bride. You're right. The bride is actually up in the attic, and there's a whole storyline behind that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. They are the same names at Disneyland, yes. And we'll be back a little bit later. I'm going to take you guys through Liberty Square, and I'll post a picture of Mr. Toad's tombstone. Someone had asked for that before, so when I come out, I'll grab a picture of that and I'll put that up on Twitter. Again, just find me on wdwithme.com or follow me at wdwithmebrian, and check out my tweets and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys around. Take care and have a hauntingly wonderful day.